Tonight on the North American Friends Movie Club.
A cop with 2 girlfriends.
A wife with 2 husbands.
And a murder in Tinseltown.
We watched the 2006 American neo-noir mystery film, The Black Dahlia.
Oh, steal some popcorn from the evidence locker.
And pop the special benzos that help you solve crimes.
Because we're the podcast police.
And your ears are under arrest.
You have the right to remain silent. Except for laughing.
This is what it sounds like when we do a podcast. We're currently doing one. This is the North American Friends Movie Club, and you might notice something about the name of our show. And that's Friends comes before Movie Club, because it's way more important to us. So I gotta ask my 2 little pugilists. How we doing?
Boxers. Is that what pugilists are?
Yeah.
Yep. It sounds like a court thing.
It does sound like a court thing.
Yeah.
All rise for the pugilist.
Yeah.
When I caught on here, I was first, but then Britt came on and he looked so snuggly in his sweater. And I was like, I bet he's warm because it's very cold here. Is it cold where you guys are?
We had a snowstorm last night, so I was shoveling at like 6 a.m. today. And you
texted us really early.
I was peeking green at 6 a.m.
I know.
Sun wasn't even up. So I decided, you know what? It's a snow day, so I'm going to get comfortable. I put my comfy winter sweater on. I'm making the shepherd's pie for supper today.
Ooh.
I took the dogs for a nice walk in their little winter sweaters.
Adorbs.
I would do other winter things if I had an opportunity, but I don't. So,
what kind of snowshoeing do we have up there where you guys are?
I have excellent snowshoeing.
And I say that because I finished finally the book, The Shining, which is way better than the movies.
Yeah, it's intense.
And they do a lot of snowshoeing in The Shining. That's why I asked.
My mom wouldn't let me watch the movie when I was young. So the way I convinced her was like, if I read the book first, then you'll let me watch the movie. And she's like, okay. Then I read the book, and it's more fucked up than the movie, like easily more fucked up.
I had a very upsetting dream after I read the book about Nick was acting like a dog in the dream. And I know that's directly from having finished the book because there's a man who acts like a dog in the book.
He got that dog in him.
He does.
Dog in him.
He do have that dog, and the big dog's gonna bark. Big dog needs a big house.
Yeah.
I told Juliet that she can read whatever she wants. Like, if it's inappropriate or gory, like, whatever.
What about Mein Kampf or whatever it's called?
Sure.
Let her read
Hitler
it.
book.
It would actually probably help because, like, you read that shit, you're going to be like, this guy needs to chill.
Exactly. And I'm a philosophy major. I've read all those books. Like, you should read the books that people have opinions about. Make your own opinion. Have an educated opinion. You know, don't just listen to the talking heads or people on a podcast.
I think we could learn a lot from gorillas. I think we should study them more.
Go on.
Silverbacks, bonobos, orangutans. Chimps are getting a little too fancy with it. So not them. Not spider monkeys, too hyper. I'm strictly gorillas. I think if we stick with the gorilla study, we'll unlock things about us.
I think we should maybe just study women with science before we go back to gorillas, because we haven't even really done a lot with the female humans. But did you know the female erogenous zone, the clitoris, is actually much larger than just the little bit that men think it is? It wraps all the way around.
I love your hand movement for clitoris.
Well, it's
Yeah, you did. You showed us the shape. Yeah. I got perfect spatial awareness and understanding.
Before the YouTubes come out of us actually in video, to describe what Kate described as the clitoris was, she put her fingers together like she was holding a pebble, and then she'd made a motion of two rainbows going in the opposite direction.
Like drawing a butterfly. Like if she was drawing a butterfly.
That's the clitoris.
It's Georgia O'Keeffe. Georgia O'Keeffe drew multiple clitorises. You guys ask me.
Hey, what's happening?
I'd love to tell you guys what's been happening. I miss being a kid, and let me tell you why. I was going to pick up Juliet from school, and the younger kids have recess right before they let out. And I saw these two girls, and one of them was zipping her girlfriend up backwards in her coat. And I was like, this is what you do. She was so serious. The coat was like knee length, and she was zipping up the back. So like her hood would be on her face. And I was like, that's it, kids. You're doing it.
See,
they're having the time of their lives.
This show works. This is why this show works, because the three of us would do that to each other.
Absolutely.
Hanging out.
And the three of us
the show works.
Want to be children.
I think we still are. I think that's what we have in common too, is we still have that kind of childlike whimsy.
I was going to say whimsy. We don't say whimsy enough.
It's true. Okay, the other thing. I was listening to our podcast, and sometimes I kind of forget that I'm on it, and I'm just kind of listening as a listener. And then the song that we have for Nate's section came on, and I was singing along, and then I whispered, and I was like, oh my God, I sound exactly like that. And then I was like, that is me.
It's you. It's you.
I recall Whitney Houston having the same issue. She would just listen to her own music, and it's like, whoa, I just hit that note.
But she was right. She was right.
I just made that up. I made that up. I don't want anyone to take that serious. Sorry.
Well, it's kind of like an actor where you forget the movies you've been in, and then like you probably have done scenes that you don't remember acting in, and then you're like, oh, okay, I did okay in that one.
Mm-hmm.
Like, who's somebody that's been in a bunch of movies? Like
Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise.
I bet Tom Cruise remembers everything.
Tom Cruise remembers every single thing Samuel L. Jackson forgets every single thing. I just decided that right now, but I believe it to 100%. Be like totally true.
Where do we fall on Jared Leto or Leto? Does he remember or does he forget? Or is he just there?
I bet he acts like he remembers, but he doesn't.
Yeah, I think he's in like a constant state of like now. He just exists right now. He doesn't have a past or a future. He's just pure feral energy.
And he was too attractive to it. I think it went to his head.
Mm-hmm.
I think
it's hard not to.
Don't we know? We all know how quickly.
I don't know how to.
I get called handsome once. I'm a terror for months.
Oh, if I get the hint of someone giving me a compliment, that's it.
Yeah,
can't tell me shit for 3 days.
And then the last thing I was going to do is I was going to share the 2026 celebrity death pool picks that I had with you guys.
Oh, I'd love to hear.
I was going to ask you about your picks, actually.
Let me pull them up.
Me and Brent will each guess one person who might be on the list, on Kate's list. I will go first, and my guess is Dolly Parton.
It's not on my list.
I'm going to go Mike Tyson.
Not on my list. Now, we could do...
Imagine if I picked a kid.
Hold on. Let me pull up the actual
the little one from Stranger Things.
I'm gonna pick three cast members of Stranger Things due to a plane accident.
Let me go down. I'll just do everybody's keepers. So these are this is the list of people that people kept from the previous year. It's just like fantasy football. So Bruce Willis, Diddy, Bill Cosby, Amanda Bynes, Steve Gleason. I don't know who that is. But he's probably a wrestler or a sports person. Buzz Aldrin, Lil Wayne, Nick Nolte, Eric Dane, Donald Trump, Morgan Freeman, and Michael Bolton. So those were the keepers.
There's a couple pretty out there ones on there. Lil Wayne, I'm not worried about Lil Wayne. I think he will survive me. In fact, I'm almost certain of it.
So what happens, though, after you've been doing this for 11 years is you become attached to some of your old picks and you don't want someone else to take them.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So like, even if it doesn't necessarily make sense.
Which one
this
was
year,
yours?
Nick Nolte.
Okay. I think that's strong. Smoker, you know?
Random guy. He's just older. He's 85.
Steve Gleason is a former football player who has ALS.
Yeah.
That was a good pick. Whoever picked that person.
So there's a real hot one. It's this like the senator who resigned, the U.S. senator who resigned because he has pancreatic cancer and is in his 40s. That was a hot one this year because you get 60 points if he dies. That's a huge amount of points. So, okay. So I picked Nick Nolte, King Charles, Sharon Osbourne.
Okay.
Because heartbreak.
Yeah.
Yep.
Real lovers go to the grave together.
That's right.
Yep.
Michael J. Fox. Because he's
That'll
getting
be a
into
tough
stage
day.
5
that'll
Parkinson's.
Be a tough day.
No, we don't.
I don't know
and here's the thing. We don't feel good about this. This isn't
No,
like.
of course.
No,
Of course.
We all smiled, though, really big for that one for some reason.
Ringo Starr. I don't feel good about that one, but.
That wouldn't bother me.
Then I went on a spree, and you'll see who I did BTK, so Dennis Rader, and then Joseph James D'Angelo, who is the Golden State Killer.
Okay.
And then Gary Ridgway, who's the Green River Killer. So I did 3 serial killers in a row because you always feel good. Like, and those guys sometimes get shanked, even though they're all older.
They're not getting
Plus
shanked
prison
at this point.
food. Prison food. That's not healthy. It's not good
No,
for you.
and you're not getting good health care when you're
They're probably
incarcerated.
eating lots of extra ketchup just to feel something.
Because it's like blood?
No, I just was like, if I was in jail and there's like, you got the most
They
boring
eat a lot
food,
of
like
ketchup.
throw a lot of ketchup on there, try to make it good.
That's hilarious. Okay, so this is for all of my Detroiter fans, people from Detroit who have watched the Detroiters. I chose Mort Krim, who's a very famous newscaster there, and was the people were like, who's Mort Krim? But there were 4 of us that know Mort Krim. He is also the inspiration for Ron Burgundy. Many people didn't know that.
Didn't know that.
And then my final pick is always my final pick. She's 95 years old, Katherine Jackson. Michael Jackson's mother. My namesake.
Oh, she's still alive.
Yeah.
You don't see much of her.
No.
Did
No, you
anyone
don't.
take Mike Tyson? That's my pick. Mike Tyson.
No,
Let me
Mike's
see.
fine.
I want to do
Tyson.
this. I want to get together and do this.
So since we've been doing this, we've had 4 other groups that have started that are not are just friends of friends. And we allow them to use our rules if they want to, because we have a whole list of rules.
That's nice of you. Don't charge them a licensing fee.
Yeah.
No.
No.
I don't see Mike Tyson on this year's, but he has been in the past. Somebody chose Ice-T.
No.
So here, and I'll just do everybody's first round picks. So these are the people that people were feeling really strongly about: Harvey Weinstein, James Vanderbeek, Ben Sasse, who's the senator. That's the senator we were talking about. Who
The
picked
hot
him?
pick.
Becca got him. That's good. Okay, Bam Margera, Jason Collins. I guess he's an athlete. I don't know who that is. Tyler Chase, who I think he's a reality guy. Teddy Mellencamp, that's a good one. So John Cougar Mellencamp's daughter has brain cancer. It's not doing well. She's also on Real Housewives. I picked King Charles. Tim Green, I don't know who that is. Andy Dick, Nicolas Maduro, the Venezuelan president, and Tim Curry. Who's Tim Curry?
Tim Curry.
Tim
He's been
Curry.
on several movies
Oh, yes.
on this podcast.
Oh, he looks rough.
Okay, Jason Collins is an interesting pick.
Oh,
He
and
was
Tim
the
Curry
first-
had a stroke. So.
Yeah, he had a stroke, but I saw him in an interview where he was like starting to speak again. So I feel like he's on the up. He's going up.
So those are my picks. I'm feeling good. Last year was the first time I got on the board. I hadn't for 10 years.
Who was your guy last year?
died. Robert
Robbie
Redford.
Reds.
I got 11 points. So here we go. And that's what's been happening.
That's what happened.
What about you, Brenty?
Well, snowstorm last night. Like I said, I was out shoveling before the sun came up.
First of
Paying
the
for
year,
it
or
now. It's the first big snowstorm we had of the year, yeah. But now it's just a nice day out. Paying for it now for shoveling, but I had to peek the green. I'm glad I documented it to you guys, sent it to you.
I am too.
I have
Wait,
to
let me
keep a check
interrupt
on my-
you. I want to interrupt you because I really want Nate to send a
I
picture
know, I
eventually.
keep forgetting.
And I want to judge you both off of each other and be like, well,
You have to keep in mind one person has a life-altering foot condition.
no, don't take her out. That's not.
Hey,
That's pussy shit.
he's earned it. It's like he's got the little
I've earned
placard.
it.
He's got the little placard on his card that says he's allowed.
I have to wear that the wheelchair with the orange flag.
Mm-hmm.
I have to wear that while I'm shoveling, and it's the most embarrassing thing ever.
In case you fall and you just wave
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So the plow doesn't run me over. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry I interrupted. Okay, I take it back.
No, I was just trying to see if Kate would believe it or not, and she kind of did for a little bit.
I did. I was thinking about it.
I've gotten multiple comments about people loving which one is in the wheelchair. That seems to be a very popular thing. Melissa really, really enjoyed that.
She thought that was fun.
She spit food out when she said it. When she heard it. Started to read the Bible.
I feel like
Which
maybe you
testament?
started before.
Which testament?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean,
So the
there's the Old
testaments are
Testament and the
only-
New Testament.
No spoilers.
New Testament's got Jesus. That's like the
Yeah.
big change. It's like he's the DLC in the new Bible.
Okay. Well,
But
that's what I want.
I like a more wrathful God. I like a
Like
God.
an old God.
I like a wrathful God if we're gonna have him. I don't like this like centrist God.
Who's moderate? He's not getting anything done.
Exactly, Chuck Schumer God.
So okay, let me look at something here before we continue. So if I keep going with my current thing,
It's going to be a while before you get to the New Testament.
So I go from the Genesis to Exodus.
Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, Ruth. That's what I have memorized.
Wow.
Leviticus, okay, Leviticus is here. Numbers, yeah, okay. Wait one second. Wait
What
one
did I say?
second. Deuteronomy, that's there.
That's a name.
okay,
That's a
Kate,
good
I'm-
name for a person.
Kate, I'm impressed. Then Joshua,
Judges,
Judges, yep.
Ruth,
Samuel, Ruth,
first and second
Samuel,
something.
1 Samuel, 2 Samuel, yeah.
A lot
Fuck,
of
I
it
know.
though is boring. A lot of it's like
Oh,
Ted was married to Frank's wife,
Yeah, a lot
and
of
they
family
had
tree work.
14.
A lot of family tree work in the Bible.
Nate, that's a good way to put it. A lot of family tree work. I didn't expect that. And I was like,
Yeah.
Jariah lived to 788 years old. He had
Yeah.
this many children. I was like,
Yeah.
what in the fuck are we doing here?
Yeah, we spend a lot of time.
Then you sprinkle into the good stuff where I got the whole Noah story, why that went down. And it
The
wasn't
whale?
just 2 of every animal. It was like
Oh.
7 or 9 of every animal.
That's good that they worked in a little bit of like padding.
Well, yeah, a horse might be lame that can't fuck. You got a lot. You got yeah. Well, that's how.
And
that's what
it's written
happens.
like that in there. It
You're
says
right.
if the horse is lame and can't fuck.
Noah had a meeting. They're like, well, should we bring 2 of every animal, guy, girl? Noah was like, well, what happens if someone doesn't want to fuck? You got to bring 7 in.
Or if you get a couple gays.
Yeah, a couple
horses
gay
that-
camels.
Exactly. It's Adam and Eve, not Camel and Steve. Anyway, yeah.
If you think of a better one over the course of the show, say it.
I'll come up with it.
I'll come back and edit it in.
It is a good setup.
Yeah,
it is a good setup. So I've been really into that, and so I really enjoyed the Noah story, the Isaac and Abraham thing. I was really getting into.
Yeah,
but then it started doing the family tree shit again. Abraham had this many.
Don't even read it. Just kind of like
the minute they're talking about begatting. The minute they're talking about begatting, you be getting out of there.
Begat out of there.
The two of you race to that joke. I can see both of your eyes get wide. So I've been really into the Bible, which some people are taking as like, okay, you all right? I'm like, oh yeah. What else has been going on with me? Bible.
Are you going to find religion? Or are you just kind of more from a theological, you have an interest in theology?
It's more like, say, like the Elephant Man period, where I want to be around the Elephant Man. I want to see the workings of the Elephant Man, but I have no interest in hanging out with the Elephant Man.
Okay. I get it. You want to study the Elephant Man. You don't want to be friends with the Elephant Man.
Because I think religion is the most fascinating thing in the world. It's the number one thing that people argue about in the world. And it is the backbone of every conflict, or it's the ultimate punishment. It's the ultimate reward. It's the backbone of every conflict and war. And no other subject can say that. It's the GOAT of subjects. Everybody
came up with one, like, without talking to each other. We were all like doing our own thing, and everybody came up with one.
Yeah, like some guy was like, well, what would happen if we had this guy who died for everybody, but they came 3 days later, he came back. Uh-huh. And then some other person was like, what if we're all on just the back of an elephant?
Yes. Yep.
I think it's time for the weekly report.
Weekly report.
I've had the house to myself all week because my roommates are in Mexico.
Ooh.
Vacationing in Mexico.
With the kids too?
No, they left the children behind at grandma's house. They're having the time of their lives.
Oh,
they're
nice.
That cute time.
They're sending me pictures of peacocks.
Hell yeah.
They're dealing with peacocks right now, which is like good for them.
Peace out.
I didn't know that, not to interrupt, but I feel like I do this a lot, Tina, I'm sorry. Peacocks at the wildlife park here, they let the peacocks roam free. And I didn't know that.
So you thought there was something terribly wrong going on.
They got out!
A peacock was approaching me, and I turned to Melissa. I'm like, this is what I waited for. I'm going to save the day. And then I saw another family taking pictures and like shaking hands with the peacock. I'm like, oh, they just must go free.
Shaking hands with the peacock.
Well, like fucking hanging out.
Bit.
Like, hey, what's up?
It's good
Yeah. Okay, sorry.
I also like the idea of the peacock shaking hands with its foot, not its wing, because it's kind of disrespectful. Like he's not touching you with his wing.
Yeah.
It's too beautiful.
Yeah.
And then you like see him dap someone up with his wing. And you're like, oh shit.
Oh shit. That must be a buddy.
That's insane level of trust that the people at the wildlife park have. Could easily pick this peacock up and put it in my car.
Trust in the humans. That's what I was going to say. It's like, you're not trusting the peacocks. You're trusting the humans not to see a tasty goose and start running.
Yeah.
I'd clip some of those peacock feathers off and sell them online.
That's a good way to make $8. But yeah, I've been the king of the castle, and so I've been behaving as such. And I love being the king of the castle. It's probably the last chance I'm going to have for a long time because my sister's going to move back in soon, and then Dale's going to move in.
Oh, Dale's moving in.
Dale's moving in.
Do I know Dale?
My friend Dale, I've known him since I was 8 years old. Dalebot. And so that'll be fun. But yeah, so it's probably my one last kick at the can of being completely alone in the house. And I think my favorite thing about it is I consider myself a considerate person to everyone around me. And so it's just nice to not like have to have to consider anybody else. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
today I feel like having wrappers everywhere. And so I'm just leaving these wrappers around, and I don't even care. There's 8 wrappers here. I'm crazy like that. And then the next day I'm like, no, now I want my kitchen spotless. Now I want it perfectly clean at 3 a.m.
Who
So
left
it's like,
these wrappers here?
yeah, exactly. So,
So
I
are
just love that.
Dale and your sister taking over living in the house when they move out?
Dale's going to move upstairs and my sister will move into the guest room in the basement where she was staying before.
But the family is moving, right?
Andy and Bree are gone.
They're already
Yes.
gone.
They'll be gone in February.
Oh, okay. So then Dale is taking their spot.
Yes.
Oh,
Once
well,
they-
good. I'm glad you won't have a
Yeah.
stranger there.
Yeah, that's great. It's going to be great.
Oh, your
Da-
life just works out. That's very awesome.
You know what?
And you
I'm
can still
lucky.
do wrestling moves.
I'm lucky.
You are
Getting this
lucky.
house is, it's just like we bought this house and then 2 years later we moved the store, and it's like 10-minute walk away from my house. It's just like that's where our store ended up going. And it's like we live in a big sprawling city. That could have been a 40-minute drive easily, but it just for some reason my housing has worked out. Everything else, I don't know. But the housing got a roof. baby.
Oh, you're doing great, Mr. Two fucking movies.
Look at my room.
Mr.
Look at my
10-minute walk
Yes.
from.
You're the
Look at
most
my plants.
interesting man in North America.
I tell people all the time, Nate is the most interesting person I know.
And you're a secret genius. I mean,
I
it's
show
not
off
really a
the-
secret to those that
the
listen
bad
to the
sword
podcast.
to everybody.
But what'd you say, Brent?
I show off the bat sword to everybody.
It's pretty. Wait, I got so many contraptions planned too. It's been too cold, but Brent, I can't wait to unveil my newest contraptions that I've been working on. I tell you,
It's like having Tesla as a friend.
And also, look at his hairline. Look how thick his hairline is.
Oh,
I
this?
noticed you're a
Look
little
at
clippy
that.
in the back.
Mine is the opposite.
You still have hair. You still have hair, Brent.
Yeah, you got a good hairline too.
Did you dance?
Let me get there. I'm working up to it. You don't want me to get there yet because the beginning of that part of the segment, you stay tuned for that, Kate. I do want to talk about a television program, a very famous television program from the 90s that I was too scared to watch when I was a child. And I finally have become brave enough. It took me until this year to finally start watching The X-Files.
Ooh.
And I got to say, this is a good television show. This is a good show.
Never partook. Never partook.
Mulder and Scully.
They're so beautiful, especially in the first season. They're babies. They're such little babies. They're probably like 31 years old, the two of them. So it's just like Gillian Anderson looking like a snack. David Duchovny looking like an absolute snack. Their chemistry
Matched.
out of this world. And like 21 episodes a season, that old TV style thing, you know, so they're just,
Love
they're
that.
cooking. And I love well, first of all, it's not scary at all. It's so funny how scared I was of it as a child. Like I was genuinely terrified. It came on, it was like, oh no, oh no, oh no, turn the channel. Do, 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 do. Like scary, turn it off. It's basically Law and Order, but a little tiny bit spooky. That's the X-Files. It's like Law and Order, but the computer is alive or something like that.
That's hilarious because I was thinking like, oh, it's like Law and Order. It's got 24 episodes.
Exactly. And my favorite thing about how they're building up this story is it starts off where like David Duchovny's he believes in aliens. He's the weird guy working in the basement of the FBI. And Scully comes to be like, to set him straight. Like she's been sent there to like get to the bottom of what this Mulder guy's really up to. Is he crazy or what? And so she's like skeptical. And so every episode they find a contrivance to prevent her from seeing whatever spooky shit is going on. So they're like investigating the case, and then she'll get like locked in a room and she can't get out of the room. And then some super weird shit happens, and David Duchovny gets lifted up in the air by a white light, and everyone's like melting. And then she comes out right after the alien or ghost or whatever leaves. And there's just something so funny about that. Like, oh, she got bonked on the head. She's not going to see Spaceship because she got fucking bonked on the head again. Episode 12. It's the third time.
She has an egg on her head that comes up from her hairline.
So it's like Matlock, where like no matter what happens at the end, Matlock is going to get them to confess. And so every episode, Scully won't
just
see
misses
what Mulder is. Yeah.
And so, and
fun.
she's just like, as over the course of this first season, she's getting closer and closer. Like she was totally skeptical at first. And then now she's like listening a little closer. She's like, oh yeah, leprechaun? You think it might be leprechauns? She's like, it might be. And so I'll keep you posted. It's good.
That's
it's
fun.
a good show.
I might have to get into it.
And then my final note is it's time for Kate to hear everybody's favorite words, which are, Kate, you were right. Kate, you were right.
The most beautiful words in the English language.
Doesn't it sound good? Doesn't it sound like a song? Doesn't it sound like a hymn, getting biblical with it?
That'll turn me on, I'm telling you.
Woo.
The light switch has been flipped.
You were right about drums. I needed the drums to get back in the dance. I was like walking and I was listening to music and I was like bopping my head. I'm like, okay, yeah, Kate might be onto something. And then I sat down on the drums and I was like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then got the beat of music, the passion back into my heart. The flame was rekindled. The torch was lit. Got up, moving hips, moving feet, moving arms, moving shoulders, swinging it, dipping it, slipping it, diving. I'm back on dancing again. And so I just want to say thank you. I just want to say thank you for giving me the gift of music back in my heart.
Oh, well, you're welcome. And I can tell your energy is better this week. And I think that's, I relate to you. Sometimes we can slip into a lesser area of our vibes.
You get tired and lazy.
Yeah. And I think keeping the vibes high are good.
Yep.
And so I'm happy for you because it's really cool that you are a man that can dance. And I don't mean physically. I mean emotionally and vulnerably without being hammered.
It's brave of me. Yeah.
Yeah. That's very healthy.
Thank you. I can't wait till the next wedding. I've been doing a lot of robot stuff lately. I've been doing like a lot of robot stuff. And I don't mean like a corny robot. I mean some like legitimate mechanical fucking servos. I'm fucking gyroscopes. Like doing like stutters. Like you start moving your leg down and then it's like kind of retracts and goes back again. Like
I've got a wedding in September. I don't know if you want to come visit America, but you could be my date.
You know what, Kate? I don't know if I'll ever go to America ever again, but I do appreciate the invitation. I do appreciate it. That's the weekly report.
Speaking about don't know if I'll ever do anything ever again, I don't know if I'll ever watch this movie ever again. That brings us to Kate's pick for this month, which is Cold Case Month. Kate, tell everybody the movie you picked.
Well, I picked the wrong movie, is what I did. And I picked the Black Dahlia from 2006. And I would love for Nate or Brent to tell us the plot.
Black Dahlia is a 2006 neo-noir movie starring Josh Hart and Aaron Eckhart, Hilary Swank, Scarlett Johansson, and a bunch of those guys you see in every movie, but you never know their name. Takes place in Los Angeles, California. Mr. Fire and Mr. Ice are two detectives that get matched up as partners after a boxing match, where for some reason Josh Hart took a dive to Aaron Eckhart. For some reason, they have a weird polyamorous relationship with Aaron Eckhart's living girlfriend, wife / friend. We don't really know. She says she doesn't sleep with Aaron Eckhart, but it's implied. She wants to sleep with Bucky, who's Josh Hartnett. Josh Hartnett says no, because it's my partner. And then he starts sleeping with Hilary Swank. Anyway, I'm over my skis. They find a body.
There you go. Now we're talking about the movie.
Yeah, who turns out to be the famous Black Dahlia murder, unsolved murder. And Brian De Palma said, you know what? I'll solve it and I'll make a movie about it. And he takes all these liberties. So no one knows who killed the Black Dahlia. She's cut in half. She has her mouth wide open like the Joker. No one knows. But Aaron Eckhart gets wholly obsessed with this crime. Totally obsessed. To the point where Scarlett Johansson says, enough! Be gone. I'm done with you. Turns out that the Black Dahlia was in a lesbian movie. That was filmed in an apartment or a building that Hilary Swank's dad owned. Hilary Swank is also sleeping with Josh Hartnett. Hilary Swank later confesses to sleeping with the Black Dahlia. Josh Hartnett thought she was joking, then realized she not, calls her a slut, and leaves. Turns out the real killer of the Black Dahlia was Hilary Swank's mother, who killed the Black Dahlia because Hilary Swank's real dad, not Emmett, George, was way too into the lesbian movie, way too into it. And she's like, well, my daughter looks exactly like the Black Dahlia. George is a pervert. I must kill, not George. She has to kill the Black Dahlia. She has to get rid of the problem. She gets rid of the problem. She confesses. She offs herself. Everyone thinks that's the end of it. And Hilary Swank's like, oh, this is great. But no, Hilary Swank actually killed Aaron Eckhart. And Josh Hartnett didn't forget. He had the receipts. And he went after her. Boom. Popped her in the head. She's dead. Where does Bucky go? Where does he go? He ends up back in the loving bosom of Scarlett Johansson. The end.
Wow.
You did great.
You did it justice.
And I think
that was really good, Brett.
I think you kind of highlighted the flaw of the movie in trying to explain it. It's like, it is an extraordinarily convoluted film. The answer to the riddle is very convoluted. But I have some favorite parts. Some of the parts were my favorite. I will talk about them, and you guys can talk about parts that you experienced.
Let's talk about the Black Dahlia.
I was interested when you guys were like both like bad movie, because I would say for the first 3/4 of this movie, it was like great movie. I was like so pleasantly surprised to run into a movie like this that you didn't expect it to be this way. I don't know else how to describe it. Is like, you see a trailer for Gangs of New York and you know Gangs of New York is going to be Gangs of New York. It like doesn't come as a surprise, but what I thought this movie was in my head wasn't anything like what this movie was. I was expecting it to be more like about the Black Dahlia,
right,
and be like her sad life story that led her to this point, but she's barely in the thing. Like it's barely about her at all. It's way more about the two guys.
That's what it feels like. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, and then it comes off, and then it just kind of comes off the rails in the last 3/4 of the movie, where like, this is too much. There's a whole one too many stories going on here, at least.
That's what it felt like to me. It felt like there were 3 ideas and they turned it into one film. Like, there's this Black Dahlia thing. There's this like relationship aspect with Josh Hartnett and the other guy. And then there's like this police political thing. Like,
yeah,
it was, I felt bored. I was bored. And I was so irritated because I was like, I would have much rather been watching Jake Gyllenhaal right now in San Francisco with Mark Ruffalo.
We weren't getting away from, there was no way away from Fincher because he was supposed to direct this one. And then he decided to direct Zodiac. So like, no matter what we were doing, we were getting 2 weeks of Finch in a row. Like,
this was so bad that after this movie came out, Brian De Palma was ostracized from the director's community.
Really?
I know it's not fair because it's like the script is bad. The movie is great. It's great filmmaking. Like that first riot scene, like the movie opens with the riots in LA and it's like, just looks amazing. It looks like $1 billion.
No, Nate, stop there. It was a riot against the zoot suiters.
I didn't understand that. I didn't understand why the sailors were fighting the police.
No one does. So no one even explained it. They just said, you know what? I like the zoot suits, the way they look. Let's get those guys, have them fight the sailors. That right away, my radar went up at that point. I went ping. I was like, this is going to be a fuck ass movie. I was like, maybe it's going to like be okay. I don't know what was happening on this film. What was everybody thinking watching these scenes being filmed? Did people really talk that way?
No.
See, this is where I knew Nate was going to say yes, because Nate has that in his heart. He's whimsical like that. Kate, you're a realist, and I don't know if it's true or not.
I mean, I'm sure some people.
Well, at one point, Aaron Eckhart yelled out.
Nobody speaks like they're like it. You could tell it was written, and I hate when I can tell things were written. You know what I mean?
Exactly, like, Kate. Exactly. Like, I'm going to make this snappy. Aaron Eckhart yelled out to Josh Hartnett, word is from the hopheads downtown that Tony got a fuck pad down there. What the fuck? Hophead and fuck pad?
I literally had to Google hophead because I thought it was alcohol. I thought it was like hop, like beer.
Is it heroin?
It's just drugs. It's just like a drug addict.
Okay.
Yeah.
I could be a hophead.
Right.
Like, what kind of detective can't handle a murder case? He's on benzos all of a sudden.
Yeah, he really got.
He
They
can't
didn't
sleep.
get explained why he was so affected by it because it gets convoluted because it starts off where you're like, oh, it's about career. Like he saw this opportunity. This is going to be a big case, but then he gets so into it. But then I think, in hindsight, it's because like the reason he's going crazy is not the case, but the blackmail. I feel like he figured out what was going on, started blackmailing that dude, and then being in the blackmail situation and Scarlett Johansson's crazy ex-boyfriend who cuts his initials into women is getting out of prison. So like, that's why he's going so crazy. Not really. But then they go to the apartment. And he's got all her shit up, like on the wall, like yarn connecting photos and shit. Like
Aaron Eckhart is a bad guy. And we are led to believe through the entire movie that he's neutral at best.
Yeah.
But he is a bad guy.
Undeniably.
He knew about Hilary Swank's dad.
Yeah.
He knew what was going on there.
Yeah, he was trying to blackmail.
That's why the swanker killed him.
And he wasn't worried about BD or whatever, Buzz DeWalt or whatever his name was.
I like that. Yeah, no, I'll go with that. Buzz DeWalt.
He was worried about, I thought it was like, oh, he's worried about him hurting Scarlett Johansson. He wasn't. He was just worried about getting in trouble.
Yeah. Of him coming back for the money. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
and
gay.
then Scarlett Johansson, who's gay?
I like how it's going to be isolated in the recording.
He's gay.
You guys talk about money. I'm just a voice in the background. He's gay. Well, I mean, he invited Josh Hart into his marriage.
No, okay. So he said that she was always between us, but never in the middle. That was one of the lines. And I didn't understand it. And they don't allude to any homoeroticism. If anything, this is a very anti-gay film. This is not does not present the queer community in a positive light. Like,
we called him Canvasback.
Well, whenever Hilary Swank admits to having sex with Elizabeth Smart, he's like, she killed a puppy. Like, he responds so like, I'm like, what do you think Hilary Swank is doing hanging out at lesbian bars every night? Like,
see, I it's interesting. I think you guys are right, but I interpreted that scene so differently. But I think you're right.
which thing?
I thought what had happened was he didn't care. And
Who's he? I'm sorry. I'm
Josh Hartnett didn't
Oh.
actually care that she had slept with the Black Dahlia. But then he asks her, he's like, as long as like that's the only secret. And then she doesn't answer him.
Mhm.
And he's like, wait, you're hiding something. You're being fucking weird. You have something to do with her death and you're not telling me. But I think maybe I gave him too much credit. Like, I'm going to rewatch that scene. Actually.
I would go, if I had to judge this, I would go with Kate.
Yeah, I think you're right too. Like, in hindsight, I'm like, oh, I gave it too much credit. I'm going to watch it again, but it may have just been like, yeah, he's just homophobic and that's why he got so mad.
My problem is, it's just, they told 40% of 5 different stories,
Yes.
in my opinion.
We
And
have
it's like,
no
okay.
background of Josh Hartnett, the main character. We know nothing about his motivations. He acted so lackadaisical about every situation he was put in. The boxing, having a partner, moving up into warrants. He's a handsome guy, and I don't think he's a bad actor, but like, I didn't care about him. Like, I didn't have any kind of like, ooh, I hope he figures it out. Like,
You guys know me, I'm a huge fan of wipes in movies. But every time they're
I kept
about to
thinking
tell,
like butt wipes. Like, oh,
every time they're about to like continue with the story to make it more interesting, they do a wipe and it start a new story. It's like I literally, it was one of those movies where I didn't pause it to go pee. You know what I mean? So I went to go pee. I came back, and then all of a sudden there's a lesbian sex scene, full on lesbian sex scene going on. I'm like, where did this come from?
and an upsetting lesbian rape is what we're seeing.
Yeah. Upsetting.
Exactly. And it was like a snake dildo. I was
With
like, what is
spikes
going
on it.
With spikes.
Fangs.
With spikes. I don't
Is that
understand.
fangs? Whatever it was.
Yeah, I don't
Fangs, yeah.
understand.
I was so confused. And then Aaron Eckhart threw papers on the ground and walked out. I'm like, what is going on right now, Brian De Palma?
And like, why did he get so upset when he saw the film at the police station? I didn't understand that part of it.
That's what I'm saying. He's the worst detective ever. They should stick him to traffic stops and stuff like that. Don't give him...
He's a murderous. He murdered that guy in cold blood.
Just don't give him any serious cases. He can't handle it. Spit the bit.
Scarlett Johansson, I think, did a nice job. I thought her acting was good.
Yep, and she just
gorgeous.
looks. Yeah, she looks appropriate.
Looks the time.
Yeah, she
time.
really
Looks the time,
does.
yes.
Jules
She does
came
look
in
like
during a
30s.
part of it and said, "Is that Marilyn Monroe?" And I was like, "No, but she looks a lot like her."
Yeah, preach,
Yeah.
honey.
And Hilary Swank is doing the funniest little voice, and she's great in this. I think she's great in the movie, but she's definitely doing that old American accent, you know?
Yeah.
You see here?
I
Mid-continental.
slept with the Dahlia, see, you know? Eh.
You need to tell Daddy. And she was,
Go ahead.
I don't understand
No.
Hillary. I don't understand. It's just, we don't have the reason why people were behaving the way they are.
Yeah.
Like,
why would she help her dad? Like,
we have no explanation for people's motivations. That's it.
Well, I mean, the main plot or the main part of all the cast is Hilary Swank because she's the link from the cops to the murderer, and all scenes that she had where she was laying in bed talking to Josh Hartnett. There isn't anything interesting.
there's like at least 3 times in this movie where they are furiously, like people furiously undressing each other. It's like it happens twice with Hilary Swank and once with Scarlett Johansson, where they're like, we got to get these suspenders off of you.
And I get so mad when people have a nice table set, all the food is on it, and they
and the
that's
wine
not
spilled.
sexy.
The wine spilled, and then he put her butt on the spilled wine. That's not how you do it.
No, terrible. Terrible.
He put her butt on the spilled wine. It's all I could think about. I was like, it's two of the most beautiful people ever hooking up, and I'm like, her butt's full of wine right now.
And also, clothes were not mass produced back then. So if you're ripping clothes, that's a big deal. That might be your only good shirt or something.
Yeah.
that like there was exactly. Like if I rip a pair of my jeans, I'm down to one pair of jeans at that point.
Could you imagine if you ripped any of Melissa's clothes? She'd fucking take you out by your ear.
I feel like we should all we all agree that the dad should have been arrested just for the way he spoke.
Oh my God. Spoke horribly about his daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Tighter than a crab's ass.
He did like 3 of them.
Tighter than a popcorn fart. Like, why? I'm like, dude, what is your obsession with holes?
He's been waiting. He's been waiting for this moment.
And he has 5 daughters. He's like, I've got 5 daughters. There's always going to be one rotten one or some.
Yeah.
He made one bad apple. One bad apple ain't too bad.
Oh, this is go ahead.
No, like he's one of those guys that's in a lot of movies and films, but no one knows who they are.
Mm-hmm.
This movie
I've seen him 100 times. Yeah, I've seen him 100 times.
Chock full of them. The police
chief.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He's one of those guys. There's fucking.
He's usually the guy who's like doing tech support, and people are asking him a question, and he's giving them like a rude response because he's such an expert. That's what he usually like. He could be at NASA, and they're like, "What's going on with the trajectory?" And he's like. Then he'll say something smart like, "Oh, don't worry, it's only astrophysics. It's only like rocket science."
I picture him saying, "I don't know. Have you tried turning it off and turn it back on?" Mm-hmm. And then give a convoluted answer. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So there was the scene where they first find the Black Dahlia's body, and they make a big deal of doing a close up on his face, and he's like, "And no detective or newspaper can mention that she has a cut face or da-da-da-da." And they make a big deal of it. It never comes back again. Like that was
they barely talk about her.
This is hold on, let me finish. I also have beef because they never explain why she was so mutilated. There's no motivation for that mutilation in the storyline with the drunk drug addict mom. It just...
Well, I got it from the reason her face was like that is because the mother did it because the painting of the clown. And then,
but that's not a reason. There's a painting that has that.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's 40% of every story.
She was cut in half. All of her organs were removed.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why?
Yeah.
Then you're moving her to a different location.
They shouldn't have named... The problem with this movie is they shouldn't have named it the Black Dahlia, because maybe 10 minutes of this movie is about the Black Dahlia.
Oh, like 5 minutes, yeah.
They just wanted attention. Like
they just grafted this onto an unsolved murder, but it's like somebody doing like making up what I think happened. But it's... I don't know. It's all the pieces. Like I said, I liked the beginning of it. I liked the setup. I liked the boxing stuff. I liked.
Why did you like the boxing stuff?
Because I didn't expect it. I think that's why. Because I was like, I thought this movies were going to start like on some farm somewhere where this girl's getting abused by her dad, and then she's going to get on a bus and go to California, and like that's the movie I'm about to watch. And then instead, it's like. Aaron Eckhart's cool. Josh Hartnett's cool. And we're going to do 25 minutes of Raging Bull at the beginning.
That is literally what I thought. I was like, my God.
Well, I was scarred from Raging Bull and I started getting PTSD.
Yes.
And I was like, no, I can't do this. I don't understand. Picture nowadays if someone comes to you and the big thing in town was 2 cops are going to box. And that's going to have major political sway over the neighborhood.
We do it here. So they have the police versus the firefighter boxing tournament. That is a thing here in Kansas City.
Okay,
and they have,
maybe it's an American thing then.
Mm-hmm.
But I love how
we do have with hockey here, though. And in our baseball league, there was a cop team called the Blues and a fireman team called the Heat.
I was going to say the Reds.
Yeah,
Ooh.
and they both. we're trash, and we fucking dunked on both of those
Hell yeah.
losers every year.
Fuck first responders. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I don't believe that.
Just kidding.
More like second responders.
I like EMS.
They did Thai boxing into a lot of scenes afterwards where they would just bring it up. And they're like, oh, it's a shame. You could have been the next, Jimmy John.
Skittles McGinty.
Yeah, you could have been, too bad. And it's like, whatever happened to him? Oh, he heroin overdose. Oh, it's like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, finish the story. And so that, I do have one question about his dad that he called Papa. And the dad would yell at him in German.
Mm-hmm.
I need your opinion on this. Is the German language very harsh sounding because it's harsh sounding, or we just tie it to Nazis?
Probably both. It's like, I think it is the most severe sounding language that we know about, like of the famous languages. You know, like you hear someone speak French and they sound soft. Like you're just like, even when a French person's yelling at you, you're like, ah.
Have you guys seen those videos of like what languages sound like to non-speakers, and they do English, and we all sound like Hicks to other. We sound terrible. Well, do you guys have any other comments? I've got a quiz for us.
Oh,
let's do
it. I'm probably going to do really well in this quiz because I had to watch so many scenes over again to find out what the fuck we're doing. I might win this one.
Well, let's find out. We've got the 7 Deaths of Dahlia.
Okay.
Oh.
I don't know.
Who's going first?
Nate's going to go first. Number 1, what hand is Josh Hartnett getting taped in the very first scene?
Left.
I do recall a spectator yelling out, "Where is that left hook at now?" So I'm saying left.
He was getting his right hand taped in the first scene.
Of course, because this movie doesn't make sense.
It was the other hand, his left hand was already taped. And he was, they were finishing with his right.
Okay.
Number 2, Brentifer. Where does Papa live? Garden Hotel, Beachview Hotel, Coral Cove Hotel, Sunset Hotel.
Good question, Kate. Garden Hotel.
Sunset.
Sunset Hotel is correct.
Yes.
I tried to play it off like I didn't know because I was positive it was Garden. God damn it, man.
Back to Nate. Number 3, what day was the fight? Friday, November 5th. Saturday, November 5th. Friday, November 6th. Saturday, November 6th.
Saturday night fight.
Which date?
The 6th.
I'm going to say Friday night 5th.
Friday, November 5th is correct.
Oh.
Friday night fights. Friday night fights.
Gone forever.
We're all tied.
We got a tie game.
Number 4. We saw famous singer K.D. Lang, famous lesbian singing. Where's K.D. Lang from? Halifax, Edmonton, Minneapolis, Cleveland, Brentifer.
Okay. I got to figure this out. She's got to be from Edmonton.
One of us is going to be humiliated.
Yeah.
So are you choosing Edmonton?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm also going to choose Edmonton and
You
risk my
right.
life. Oh, thank God.
There's no way she's from Halifax.
I was going to say, like, you would have to know. And, like, I feel like I love K.D. Lang. And the only reason that I would is because I must have been indoctrinated. No, that's not the only reason. She's incredibly talented. That's why. But
yeah, but if you hear
the fact
about
that she's so present in my mind has to be the Edmonton connection of everyone being like, there's our girl. She's singing at the Olympics.
Yeah, if she was from Halifax, we would have hitched our wagon to her big time. We're still riding the coattails of Anne Murray.
Number 5. Balto, the taxidermy dog, is actually a real dog that's been taxidermied. It's a famous dog that did something famous. Where is the real life Balto's taxidermied body right now? Halifax, Edmonton, Minneapolis, or Cleveland?
I'm going to say Minneapolis.
It seems like it would be a Cleveland thing to me.
Balto is in Cleveland.
Gone forever.
Wow.
Yeah.
Brent takes the
Like I
lead.
said, if that was Halifax, we would have hitched our wagon to Balto.
Oh, yeah. Never shut up about it.
We'd be eating Balto burgers at Balto's restaurant. We'd be doing a lot of Balto stuff. Yeah.
Oh, Balto sauce is so good.
What I found interesting about those past 2 questions is I wrote the question for Katie Ling before I knew the answer.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just made up Cleveland as one of the answers for Katie Ling. And then I looked up the Balto, and Balto was in Cleveland. I was like, this is meant to be.
Holy shit, this is turning
meant to
into
be.
X-Files before my eyes.
Exactly.
Yeah. Aaron Eckhart would have tipped the desk over and ran out of the room.
All right, back to Brent. How old is Brian De Palma, the director, closest to
Now or during this fucking
current age?
76?
Okay. I know De Palma was like the oldest out of the group of like Spielberg and George Lucas and Francis Ford Coppola. All of those guys seem like they are 70. I'm going to say Brian De Palma is 78 years old.
Brian De Palma is 85.
Do I win?
Nate is closest. So, you guys are tied.
We're tied.
Okay. Is there any more questions?
There's one question left.
Okay.
Closest to wins on this one again.
Okay.
How long does it take to incinerate a 200-pound body?
I mean, it really depends on how hot your fire is.
This is a standard crematory.
Okay,
fire.
standard crematorium. Okay, I have the exact number then.
200-pound body?
200-pound body. 200 pounds. So we're incinerating Aaron Eckhart. How long did it take for him to turn to ash or bone?
How long you setting that little dial for before it goes ding?
Well, it's Nate's turn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna say probably takes. No, I'm getting crazy with it.
You're doing a
I'm
Brent.
saying they get it hot as fuck. They crank that thing like you could make a ashtray, a pottery ashtray in like 8 minutes. It's so hot, that kiln. I'm gonna say that it takes 26 minutes.
180 minutes.
Which is what?
2 hours. No, 160 minutes. 160 minutes, 2 hours.
That would be 2 hours and 40 minutes.
120 minutes.
That's 2 hours.
Fuck.
It's
2 hours.
Okay, it takes 3 hours. So you,
Okay, Brent
you
wins.
get
Brent, you got it either way.
You got to burn through a lot of bone.
Gone forever.
3 hours.
Well, What?
Brent
It's a
wins
lot.
the quiz.
I knew I was going to win this one because I had to watch it over. Yeah, you got to go. Bone doesn't burn that well. Bone's like charcoal.
R
R
E
E
N
N
T
T
exclamation point. Exclamation point. Underline. Underline.
Ooh.
Wow.
I got a little singing at the end.
I wanted to make up
I
for
like.
spelling your name wrong the last time and not being very jazzed about it the time before that.
Not only the last time, multiple times.
And I was just wrong on purpose to throw future detectives off the case when they're looking for the bone burning killer.
Yeah.
I liked where your head at was at though, Nate, that it would just be like Like,
Yeah, they're gonna like, because here's what my thinking. I was like, let's say you got a busy body day. What we're like,
right.
let them stack
Right.
up. You turning that thing up to 11. Get that's time is money, baby.
That's right.
Squid Game. They burned the bodies in Squid Game.
I would like to hand out a gold medal.
I'd like to hand out a silver.
I don't know. I think we should get all 3 bronzes, but I will hand out the bronze.
Okay.
I'm going to give my bronze to who plays the dead lady herself. Her name is, well, the dead woman is a real woman. Her name was Elizabeth Short, the Black Dahlia. I'm going to give my bronze medal to Mia Kirshner. I thought, and she had these scenes where she was acting in front of a camera and talking to the camera, and I just really liked those scenes.
Those are really haunting scenes, though, because they're like, it's like she's bad at acting, but like the Black Dahlia is bad at acting, but she's obviously emotionally disturbed. So it's like extremely good acting to be acting like you're bad at acting while simultaneously being like emotionally disturbed to the point where you're like crying while you smile. I thought it was great. Yeah. It's hard.
My bronze medal is going to Mr. Michael Starr. He played what's his face? Gillard Captain, Detective Russ Millard. He's, when I say one of those guys that's in every movie that you never know about, he is a definition. He was in this movie. He was in Dumb and Dumber. He was in Uncle Buck, Goodfellas, Cash. He's one of those guys that's in every movie, and he played it cool during the lesbian scene when all the cops were watching it for some reason. He's like, does this have anything to do with the dead girl? I liked him. Wrong.
Yeah, he's great. He's probably been on every police show ever made.
100%.
He's probably been the corrupt cop. He's probably been the good chief. Like he's probably done it all. He's been a sheriff. I'm going to give mine to, I'm going with Kate, actually. I think Mia Kirshner is really good in this. They barely talk about the Black Dahlia, and we have no idea what her story was. I thought this movie was going to just be her sad life story, but she's just, haunting, scary. I didn't like the dead body at the end. That has nothing to do with her. That was just that choice of when they show her on the lawn right at the very last scene in the movie. It just seemed like really gratuitous. But yeah, bronze medal.
All right. Silver medal is going, I'm breaking it up, and I'm giving them to Mr. Fire and Mr. Ice themselves, Josh and Aaron. I thought they did the best they could with the script they were given. Silver medals.
I will be staying away from both Josh and Aaron during my medal ceremonies. I found them quite annoying in these roles.
Ooh.
You didn't like their bodies?
You didn't like the hard bodies?
Nope. Josh Hartnett, I can confirm he does look like Hartnett. He does look like he smells like soy sauce or ketchup or anything vinegar based. Anything vinegar based, he looks like he smells like it. Don't like him. Aaron Eckhart can, with that chin and that big hole in his chin, he cannot be doing that voice in this movie. I can only take one annoying thing at a time. I can't have the chin and the thing. Anyway, Silver, Scarlett Johansson, just, she was a rare shining light in a weird role that she was portraying as,
completely unnecessary to the movie.
She didn't have to be in this movie.
Yep.
She had nothing to do with the Black Dahlia. It's like she showed up one day and they're like, oh, we have to write a part for her. And they did. Silver medal.
I'm going to give my silver to, I'm hopping in the swank tank and I'm giving it to Hilary Swank. I like her little voice. I think she looks gorgeous in this movie. I liked her suit work. I knew that was her in the suit because I could see the little lady neck hairs in her silhouette, just the tiniest little lady neck hairs in the silhouette. And I was like, that's a lady. That's how much I love women. You know what I mean? That's how much I love women.
You can identify them from their neck hairs.
Their little neck hairs. I think her performance is great. And I also think that, where did she go? Do you know what I mean? Like, she was around a lot. I haven't seen her in ages.
She's doing a lot. She's in those Marvel movies. She's on SNL a lot because she's married to Colin Jost, or not Marvel, but
no, you're talking about Scarlett Johansson. I'm talking about the Swank.
You're talking about Swank Bank.
Hopping in the Swank tank.
Swank tank.
I like that as well. Can I do something I've never done before?
Sure.
Can I retract my silver medal from Scarlett Johansson? I'm going to strip it away and I'm going to give it to Mia Fry, who was Laverne. She was the bartender at the lesbian club. She was giving the detective a little bit of sass. The detective's like, I'm going to put you in lesbian jail, make the biggest lesbian, give you lesbian food. You lesbian. And then I really liked her. She was good.
I liked how they referred to all the lesbians as sisters. They were trying to get drinks and dinner from the sisters.
Yeah.
I'm giving my gold to the girl that's been on my mind, Scarlett Johansson. I just like her. I like her vibe. I feel like I would be the kind of famous person she is. She's not so thirsty, and I like that in a famous person. I don't like it when they're too thirsty. I thought she looked beautiful, and I also thought that she really emoted a lot. And I just liked her. I like to see her. This movie would have been much more boring to me. It was already boring, but without her, it would have been way more boring. But she's just so pretty.
Yeah, it's so tricky because, like, in a story sense, she is completely unnecessary to the movie.
Frivolous.
But she's also the most interesting part of the movie to watch.
My gold medal goes out to the one and only, well, not the one and only, I shouldn't say that. She's Canadian. Mia Kirshner, she played the Black Dahlia herself, Elizabeth Short. She is a shining light in an otherwise blacked out coal mine of depression. That is this movie. She was good, and probably because she had the least amount of screen time. Gold medal.
I'm going with Kate. I'm going with ScarJo. She's a great actress, I think. She's gorgeous, and I also agree with Kate that she just seems cool. Like, she doesn't seem like, but I think that's like the kid actors who make it through and they don't lose their fucking minds. Like, Gosling seems pretty cool and ScarJo seems pretty cool. Like, I think you just get this sense of showbiz at a young age and you're like, oh, it's all bullshit. Everyone's full of shit. It doesn't matter. And then they like get on with life. And so I agree with you. And I'd also like to give a special mention just to Fiona Shaw, who plays the mom who shoots herself at the end of the movie. She does a great job playing that like drunk, like socialite, like full of anger. And she's just a great actress in everything that she does. She plays like in the newest season of True Detective, she plays this like laid back, like pot smoking Alaska lady, and she's so chill. And then in this one, she's so high strung. So she's really just a great, great actress.
I want to mention that ScarJo and Josh Hartnett dated during this film and through the publicity. And then they ended up breaking up at the end of 2006 because their schedules were too busy. So there's some information
good for both. I
you.
say good for both of them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And this was before, and then she married Ryan Reynolds, which I had forgotten she was married to for a short time.
Okay. Well, great job, everybody. I give us a gold medal for podcasting, as I do every week. And now I think we should give this movie a rating.
I'd like that very much.
Yeah, me too.
the script for this movie. Totally made up story exploiting the real life murder of a poor lady. It's also a mess and it's too long. What do you guys think of the script for this movie?
One of the worst scripts we've had, I would argue.
Yeah.
Tough.
I'm giving it I'm giving it a 5.
I'm going to give it a 5 as well. I was going to give it a 6 because I didn't want to be the fuckhead to give it a 5. But now I'm on board with Kate. It's a 5.
Yeah.
40% to 5 stories.
Yeah. I'm hopping on the Kate train. I'm giving it a 5 too. Because, it just unravels at the end. And there was actually a way to tell this story, I think, in a more interesting way. Like, it's not just that the story is so bad, there's no way to have the script be good. It's just ending doesn't make sense. And it's, the last 25 minutes are a mess. 5.
And there's a way of going about of doing a story about a real life person or situation, and then taking creative I forget the word I'm trying to say, but creative
liberties,
choices,
creative liberties.
Yeah, creative liberties, exactly. Creative liberties, like the Ed Gein story, but like the Ryan Murphy monster story that just came out, like,
or the one we were gonna watch, the
Zodiac.
There's
That's why
ways
Zodiac's
to do it
so much better, is because it fills you with this like feeling of like it could be several, like you don't feel it doesn't get explained, it doesn't get wrapped up, nobody admits to anything, there's no like it was me and here's why I did it. It's just like it just ends and you're like, oh damn, the murderer got away with it.
And this would be, they should do a film like Zodiac of the Black Dahlia, because the Black Dahlia does have several suspects that have interesting interplay with Elizabeth Smart.
And
like the George guy. Elizabeth Short, not Smart. That's a whole different thing.
That's a whole different thing.
She was kidnapped.
Well, the George guy, that George Holdell was the main suspect. And they decided that he was the father of Hilary Swank. Like I said, it just didn't finish anything.
So that got one of the worst ratings a script has ever got.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to give this category a perfect score. It's the art direction, and I think this movie looks like $1 million, billion, trillion bucks. I think the costumes are perfect, the makeup's perfect, the cinematography is amazing, lighting is amazing. I think period movies are the best kinds of movies because it's like every single part of the movie making business has to be at the top of their game to pull it off. Like you can't have bad costumes, you can't have bad music, you can't have bad lighting, or it looks super cheap. Looks like a Canadian TV show. This movie looks great. I'm giving it a 10.
I really looked hard to find something, and I couldn't find anything. I really liked the modern house. I really liked their new fancy modern house. So, and I trust your judgment, Nate. So I'm also going to give it a 10.
I like the fact it's a period movie set in Los Angeles, because you get like the old timey cars and outfits and right beside a palm tree, and palm trees seem very modern. I like that juxtaposition. 10.
Palm trees seem modern. Palm trees seem modern.
Let's concentrate on the fact I said juxtaposition.
Hey,
take that
great
word.
work.
Hey,
Sure,
great work.
absolutely.
Let's not.
Yes.
Palm trees do seem modern, right? You guys
sure.
know what I mean by that?
No.
Jennifer will. I bet you Jennifer is going, yeah, Brent's right.
She should send an email to North American Friends Movie Club at GC Club.
We don't know.
Oh, I did need to give her a shout out, and I forget why.
See, because you told me to, and I said, okay, I will.
Another strong part of this movie that I noticed right away, and then Kate reminded me of a second extremely strong part. The music in this movie is great. It sounds like when the riot is going on, it reminded me of Land of the Lost soundtrack. Like it just had this like chaotic, like primal, like dinosaur music. I don't know how to describe it other than that. It was great. And then Katie Lang has like a 3.5 minute music video in the middle of this thing. And Katie Lang sounds like as pure.
She's a great voice.
good Lord, the tone. The tone is just pure as the driven snow. 10 for the music from Big Nate.
Katie Lang, love her. I'm going to give it a 9.
Yeah, can't give it a 10 because there's no bangers. Katie Lang makes it a 9 because my dad sat me down when I was a kid and he played the song Crying by Katie Lang and Roy Orbison. And he said, these are the two of the best singers you'll ever hear. And Katie Lang is one of the best singers you'll ever hear. But listen when they sing the harmonies, how Roy Orbison blows her out of the water. I'll always remember that. 9.
She's also, I think everyone should watch Katie Lang sing Hallelujah at the Olympics. I can't remember which. It might have been the Vancouver Olympics.
Probably
Yes.
Canadian Olympics.
It was, yeah. She sings Leonard Cohen's Hallelujah, and it'll make you cry. It'll make you cry.
At this point, who hasn't?
I don't get it.
The genre.
Everybody covers that song. Everybody sings Hallelujah. Jeff Buckley, fucking, the whole.
That's the only one I know. Okay.
This is a American neo-noir mystery. It's American as fuck. It's the press again. These jackals blowing milking another murder for their sales.
Neo-noir.
Neo-noir.
What is neo-noir?
I think it's like a modern movie that's trying to replicate the noir style. That would be my guess. I'm not saying that for sure. And it has all the trappings of one of those old mysteries, except for the clever writing, like Double Indemnity, super clever writing, even like Psycho, the murder, and it's all quite well written. This is poorly written. But it looks like the characters play it right. So because of that, it will save it to a 6.5.
Yeah, so I Googled neo-noir, and the other films in this category are Taxi Driver, Chinatown, Blade Runner, Pulp Fiction, No Country for Old Men. So stacked up against those, yeah, I'm going to give it a 6. Oh, 7. Yeah. Fargo.
Garbage, just trash. If you're going to go in that genre, you'll find so many more. 6.
And it's my month this month. It's Cold Cases. It takes place in Los Angeles, and they're wearing wool suits. It ain't cold at all. There's not a moment of being cold. It's a sweaty boxing movie, and then it's a hot wool suit next to the palm tree, so zero cold. They didn't solve the case. Like, they kind of did, I guess, but it's a mess. And in real life, they never figured it out. I don't know how to score this. I'm going to give it a 6.
I'm going to give it a 7 only because the Black Dahlia is still unsolved, and I don't know how to score it.
Who did that? It was fucked up.
Did you guys see what Ray said about our Knives Out episode?
Yes. Ray, get out of here.
It was very
I didn't
funny.
see it, but I bet it
He
was
said,
funny.
you guys judged the topic cold case 3 different ways, and not one was the actual definition of a cold case.
And then he replied, what a cold
Very
case
impressive.
screenshot, what cold case is. A cold case
Yeah.
is a crime or a suspected crime that has not yet been fully resolved and is not the subject of a current criminal
I know,
investigation.
Ray, but the only reason it's cold is because it's January. That was established as like, it's just cold in January.
Give
I
us a
found that
break,
to be-
Ray.
It was the perfect way to sum up our show, especially after last week where Nate docked a point for a reason he doesn't know why.
And it's because it was exactly 30 days that
Yeah, I
she
didn't
was
like
gone
that.
exactly 30 days.
I didn't like that. What'd you give Brent?
6. Yeah, 6.
Okay. This movie gets a 36.8. A tough hang.
It's
But
rough.
a great start. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I like Brian De Palma too, quite a bit. And I think he doesn't get the credit he deserves for, one, making really great movies, some of his movies, and two, being really influential to all of the filmmakers that we like so much. Like Quentin Tarantino was hugely influenced by Brian De Palma for sure. And we loved Mission Impossible. The first Mission Impossible was De Palma, and I think that's a better neo-noir thriller.
If you were in the 30s on our podcast, if you're scoring in the 30s on our podcast, we did not like your movie.
You fucked up.
All right, now it's time for the audience pick.
All right.
I have a list of movies that I'm going to read that were suggested from our listeners. And we'll pick. Are we ready?
I'm ready.
Yes.
Rear Window, Murder on the Orient Express, Clue, My Cousin Vinny, Hot Fuzz, Miller's Crossing, Inherit Vice, Constantine, Kiss Kiss, Bang Bang, The Nice Guys, The Usual Suspects, The Client, Seven, Zero Effect, Tenant, Beau is Afraid, Weapons, Eddington, The Kid Detective, Man on Fire, Fargo, Ace Ventura Pet Detective, Evil Under the Sun, M, High and Low, Rear Window, The Big Lebowski, Radioland Murders, The Last of Sheila, The Prestige, Chinatown, Maltese Falcon, Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy.
Quite a few. And you know what? I have a lot written down.
I have four.
Because
I have
love
5.
I'll go last. You go first, Brent.
Okay, I have The Prestige, I have The Rear Window, I have Hot Fuzz, and I have Fargo.
I have Rear Window, Orient Express, The Usual Suspects, Fargo, and Maltese Falcon.
Well, there's only one on my list that all three of us chose. So next week we will be watching Alfred Hitchcock's Rear Window.
Ooh.
I figured as much.
It's our first Hitchcock. I'm so excited to watch Hitchcock with you guys. Hitchcock seems old, but his movies are so modern. And
That was suggested by 2 people, Ray and Charco. I will reach out to both and to see we'll work out something there. All right.
I also just want to give a shout out to whoever chose Evil Under the Sun, Hercule Poirot mystery.
Ooh.
You're so correct. It's such a good one. It's such a good movie. Peter Ustinov as Poirot is such a treat.
It has Maggie Smith in it when she was younger.
Yep. It's got so many good actors in that movie. I think
Our friend Paul said Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, you cowards.
Paul Spence.
Yeah.
Celebrated director, actor, auteur.
Yep. That's him. He calls us cowards. But there's no way I'm watching Jim Carrey. So
Guess
You
what
don't
I'm
like
choosing
Jim
for
Carrey?
next month? Only
Yeah.
Jim Carrey.
Yeah, Carrie's scaries for Brent.
Yeah, it'll be scary for me. I'm not a big
JK.
Jim Carrey fan. So that's what we're watching. And I want to add that there's an elephant that is on the loose in India, and it's killed 22 people so far.
Oh my goodness, that's one
I heard
murderous
about
elephant.
that one. I heard about that
He's
elephant.
on a 10-day little rampage.
Murders.
there.
He's on a spree. That's
It's a
officially on
serial
spree.
killer elephant.
I know. I said that we're not going to get any good serial killers anymore, and now here we are.
And look at this
10 days
elephant.
later, we got a guy.
And this combines. You should get your cane of that specific elephant.
Yeah, the murderous elephant.
Yeah, hopefully his name is something cool.
Bandit.
Peanut.
OJ.
Okay, we're going to watch Rear Window next week. That's going to be great. And that means all that's left to do is say goodnight, Kate.
Good night, Kate.
Good night, Kate.
Rear Window remains Alfred Hitchcock's definitive homage to our favorite pastime, watching movies. This time, the master playfully puts his own audience into the lead character's shoes. And when he turns Stewart's apartment complex into an apartment multiplex, Hitch was telling us something. Voyeurism is exciting, but when you see too much, it could be curtains. Take a peek at the newly restored Alfred Hitchcock suspense classic, Rear Window, hosted by Sharon Stone, tonight at 6, part of AMC's 8th Annual Film Preservation Festival.
Let me look. We did not get any emails from anyone.
Ooh, that's a
tough.
shot to the fucking
Tough.
solar plexus.
Guys, I just want to tell the world again that our email address is NorthAmericanFriendsMovieClub@gmail.com. Send us an email.